Hi, my name is Pam Nelson and this is Weekly Wake Up. This week I thought I'd do a couple of variations of a flowing sequence, and I was going to start with the chairs. For those that maybe find it difficult to sit down lower on the floor or maybe have some knee, hip, even wrist issues, I've set up two chairs on the mat. You can see at least the front legs are on the mat. I've placed this one chair near the wall, but I've added some blocks so that the chair won't slide back too much. So we want to be able to bring our head back a little bit, and you don't want to hit your head on the wall. And then I have this other chair here also, and you might need to adjust this chair in or out depending on your height. So we'll start sitting on the chair. We'll inhale and raise the arms up. On the exhalation, when we bring the arms down, we're going to lean back and see if you can cross the shins. You might be able to catch the feet even. If not, you just cross the shins and maybe just bounce the feet up. Okay. So you could bounce the feet up. Maybe you can reach up and catch the feet, the outer kind of pinky toe side. And then we come down. With that action, come forward, bring the hands to the chair, stepping the feet, or if you can, even jump the feet a little bit wider, extend into a supported downward facing dog pose. Keeping the spine long to the sides. Look forward, stepping or jumping the feet back in, and then we'll come back, bring the feet back in, or even just bounce them up. And then back to sitting with the feet parallel to each other. So we'll try that a couple of times. I'm inhaling as I exhale, coming back, see if you can catch that pinky toe side, coming forward, hands to the chair, stepping or jumping out, elongating through the sides, press the palms, especially that thumb side, point your finger, let the rest of the fingers spread, descend the heels down, look forward, step or jump back, coming back to the chair, even bouncing the feet a little bit or catching that pinky toe side, and back to sitting. Try to change the cross of the shins when you're doing this. So I'll repeat and just try and change the cross of the shins. Inhale, we exhale, coming forward, hands to the chair, step or jump out, elongate to the sides, really feel that outer edge of the foot, inner edge of the foot, center heel down, let the toes lengthen. The lower abdomen be soft, looking forward, step or jump back in, coming back to the chair, and back to sitting. Now we could change this up a little bit by removing the one chair and bringing blocks, or even a bolster could work. I'm going to start with the blocks. The bolster might be a little soft. Sometimes softer, can actually feel a little bit worse on wrists if you're feeling any wrist pain than a harder block, but you could try both and see what works better for you, bolster or blocks. The bolster does give a little bit bigger surface. So when you're kind of aiming for something, you don't have to be maybe as precise, whereas with the blocks, you want the hands to land on the blocks. So kind of choose whether you'd like blocks or the bolster, and you can also stick with the chair. So we'll try this once more. We reach the arms up, exhale, coming back, feet to the floor, hands now to the bricks. You can jump the feet a little bit apart, come into Ardha Uttanasana, half forward bend. Bring the feet back, coming back, and down, and repeat. Changing that cross of the shins, and back. Okay, so now we're going to mix this up a little bit. Those that are bringing the hands down lower, we'll keep with the blocks, and then we'll try removing the blocks. So this next time, we'll inhale, extend up, exhaling, crossing the shins, coming down, hands to the bricks. I'm just going to adjust mine a bit forward. This time we're going to step the feet up onto the chair. Let the spine lift, hips lift, front of the thighs lift. Look towards the floor. Step down, or if you can, even jump down. cross the shins, back. Repeat that one more time, changing the cross of the shins. Inhale, as we exhale, crossing the shins. Coming forward, hands to the blocks, stepping up on the chair, really lifting the back up, lifting the shoulders, engage the quadriceps, lift those outer hips up, look to the floor, either step down from the chair or jump. Coming back, change the cross of the shins, and back to sitting. And then when we can try that without the blocks, then you can stay at any one of those stages. The chair, the blocks, now we'll try to the floor. Come to the front of the chair so you have that room to lean back a little bit. Inhale, crossing the shins, see if you can bring those thighs in. And at the beginning, I was kind of leaning back into the backrest of the chair, but see if you can start to really lift and not lean back so much. Balance on those sitting bones. Feet to the floor, hands to the floor. You can either just stay with, jumping the feet apart, more of a concave back forward bend, a little bit wider, or if you can, stepping up onto the chair, come up onto the toe mounds, even lifting, look to the floor, jumping down, sitting back. See as you come back if you can balance. And back to sitting. We'll try that once more, changing cross of the shins. So inhale, and exhale. Feet to the floor, hands to the floor. Stepping up on the chair, and you might eventually want to try jumping, but make sure your chair is stable. You feel ready to jump. Lifting up, look to the floor, jumping down, sitting back, change the cross of the shins. Lift the spine, move the dorsal spine in, and back. Stay a few breaths. Okay, now I'm going to show just one last option here without any chairs. Okay, so this would be an option if you felt you were able to come down to the floor. We'll start in Dandasana in our staff pose. Press through the palms, firm the triceps, firm the legs. So you lean back. So you might just be able to cross the shins, or maybe you can hold the pinky toe, lifting, balancing on the sitting bones, coming through, hands to the floor, and then you either step or jump, Adho Mukha Svanasana, step or jump, crossing the shins, coming back, and seeing if you can balance back to Dandasana. We'll just try that one more time. Let's inhale, reach up, exhale, balancing sitting bones, change the cross of the shins, lift the sternum up and forward. You can coming through, hands to the floor, step or jumping, lift the outer hips, let the lower abdomen scoop up and back, lower false ribs move in, looking forward. You can either, step and cross the shins and come back down, or if you can, jumping, coming back. See if we can balance and back to Dandasana. Good. Take a few breaths. Separate the feet a little bit wider. Here you might want to take your bolster, one or two of your blocks. Maybe even open the legs out a bit wider. Upavista Konasana. I'll show this from the front. Coming forward, rest the forehead. You might be able to go a little bit lower, rest the forehead. Taking that forehead down as low as you're able to. You can hold the ankles, the toes, move the upper back down, the sternum forward. Stay a minute or two before you come up to sit, and then you could catch the inner knees and come and sit cross-legged. If your knees are up quite high, come to sit on a block. So I did that last part a little bit quicker. You could stay longer in Upavista Konasana, that wide leg forward bend, and then come to sitting cross-legged. And again, if you can stay sitting here, even 2, 3 to 5 minutes. Bring the awareness to the breath. The brain descend, the eyes relax, back of the tongue,